The Money Matters Podcast tip of the day.
If you know that you fit into a certain category and you're not happy at that spot where you are right now, it's up to you to get up and make some changes to get to the next level.
So this is how the poor people spend their money. When poor people get paid from their job, usually most poor people have jobs. They don't have any other business or anything like that. When they get paid from their job, the money that comes out, it goes into the expenses. The bills they have, credit cards, whoever they owe and stuff like that. That money goes there, and sometimes the money is not even enough.
Interesting.
And this is the cycle for these guys, you know. They go through this every time they get paid, every month, every day, every week, every month, every year. It's like it never stops. And that's why they are considered poor, because they don't have enough money to take care of themselves. They don't have enough money to do anything else other than pay bills and maybe eat.
But hey, I'm working so hard, man. So you can't tell me not to gratify myself when I get paid. I've seen these sneakers for a long time. I've seen these shoes that I think it will look good on me. So why not get it when I get paid? Because I get up every morning to go do this work that I don't want to do.
Yeah, some of these poor people don't even, by the time they finish paying all these expenses, they don't even have the money for any sneakers or anything like that.
Oh, wow.
You know, this is the bottom. You know, these people, they don't have money to be playing around.
So if I don't have money to be paying around, how am I going to be able to put that money to something that other than my bills? Because it's not even enough to make these bills.
Well, you know, they're always trying to get rid of the bills, and they don't find any other strategy. And they keep doing the same thing over and over and over, and the results keep staying the same. Yeah. So that's how these poor people spend their money.
So if your money is not enough, it's just enough to offset your bills, your monthly bills, and put some food on the table, and cannot do anything else, or can't put some to any type of investment, then you are locked in that cycle.
Yeah, there's a lot of people living in this situation, you know, living paycheck to paycheck.
And if you are like that, then it means you have to accept, or you have come to accept the fact that I'm going to have to wake up every morning to go to work before I can eat, before I can pay these bills. And if you're not comfortable with that, then this is when you have to start looking around, start thinking, how can I change this lifestyle? What do I have to do? Do I need a second job? Do I need a side gig somewhere to be making extra money to be able to put it into some type of investment? Because at the end of the day, you want to have money somewhere, some type of an investment, something that will be generating money without you actually putting your effort daily into that specific thing.
And the middle class, the way the middle class also spend their money is once the income come in. You know, most of the people in the middle class also have jobs, you know, but these people have some differences. The middle class, they have good paying jobs.
Okay.
You know, so they make good money.
So they're able to pay the bills.
They make
and
good
have
money.
Some left.
So when their money come in, they pay their expenses, and whatever money is left, they use it to buy liabilities.
Oh, wow.
You know, they will buy the nice suit. They will buy a car, a boat. They will buy the new bike. They will buy, stuff like the newest watch. They just buy things that don't basically generate no money for them.
Or bring any value.
They buy things that depreciate.
Yes. That's another word to pay attention to.
They buy all these are the nicest things that most people want. They buy all these things, and all the money runs out. And they get the next check, and they go through the same process. You know, they're still paying for the new car. They're still paying for the boat. They're still paying for the bike. They're still paying for the new toy. Like, they always, from the outside, they look real nice. Everything is on point. You think they're living good. Everything is nice, but their pockets are empty. The bank account is empty.
Interesting. Well, their pockets may be empty, but they're living the life. They got the best shoes. They got the best shoes, the motorcycles, the jet skis, and all these other things. So why not?
These people are 2 to 3 paychecks away from joining the poor class. So if you're one of these people and you are 2 to 3 paychecks away from joining the poor class, I think you're not living the best life like that. From the outside, everybody think you're good, but you know yourself that you're not good.
And you may be 2 2 to 3 paychecks from joining the poor class, but you pretty much just like them. You're living paycheck to paycheck. All your money, you make the money. It's not like the poor people who might not be making the money or don't make the money. You make the money, but the money even gets spent before it actually touches your account.
Right.
That means you're pretty much just not making any good use of what you're getting. You just making to consume. Nothing is put to the side for the future or to generate money by itself. That's the main problem with this group.
And the upper class, which is the rich people. These are people with the highest financial IQ. So these people are very smart. And these are the people that you want to learn from and people that you want to follow their tactics or their strategies. When these people get paid, sometime from other businesses or the jobs that they do, when the money comes in, the income, that money goes straight into assets. They purchase assets first before they pay anything else. So their money is all, once the money come in, the money goes into the assets. The assets generate money and they use that money to purchase whatever they want.
So every money that's coming to them is going to work. The money itself is going to work. It's not them working. It's the money that's going to work. So even if they have the nicest things, they don't use their foundational money, the capital.
They don't use their initial money to purchase any kind of liabilities. Anything nice they have is money from the assets that they bought. It's part of the cash flow from the assets that they bought, that they spent. So if you see somebody, a rich person, riding a nice bike or a nice car, don't just assume that he went to the dealership and just financed that car and he's paying it the same way that you paying it.
Right.
He's not waiting for his paycheck to come to pay it. He's waiting for the rental property that he has to generate income, so he can use that cash flow money to pay for the bike or the car. They're not using their initial money. That money is going to be coming every month. It's going to be coming every month. They're going to get that money from the rental property every month. If they own an Uber, that Uber is going to generate money for them every day. If they own any kind of property, they make sure that property is going to give them money on a consistent basis, has the potential to produce cash flow.
So if I may say, they probably have multiple streams of income.
Basically. So the way I was explaining it, when the money comes in, they spend that money on assets. The assets generate money for them. So once they get the money, they reinvest the money from the assets into different assets. So the money they get from the other assets, they also reinvest it into different assets. And it's the process.
And these guys are always multiplying their assets.
Right.
Barely spent anything on liabilities.
So I'm going to give you an example, as in the money comes in, they buy a Uber. Uber generate money. They use that money to buy another Uber. That Uber generates money, they buy another one. So it keeps going on and on and on and on. The money keep growing and growing and growing.
Just keeps growing.
They buy a rental property. They buy an apartment. The money comes in, they buy another apartment. The money comes in, they buy another apartment. On a consistent basis.
So what they spent, like you said, is the cash flow, is the proceeds from whatever their investments, whatever their assets are. They don't spend the money to that needs to be used to buy an asset.
No, they don't spend the initial money. They're always keeping their money.
That's really smart.
When they save their money, they never lose that money because that money goes into an asset and it's going to keep generating money. So this is how you actually grow money, by buying assets that will generate money for you in a consistent basis. Every time you need money is going to be available for you.
So it's just pretty much not eating your egg, always having them to hatch so you can make those chickens and have those chickens make more eggs for you so you can have an egg whenever you want one.
Exactly. Because when you sometimes when you outside, you see people like, rich people outside driving nice cars, wearing nice clothes, and you don't know how these people operate. And you from the poor class or the middle class, and you want to compete with these people. At the end of the day, it's not going to help you because these people are, their financial IQ is very high. They know what they're doing. They buy the expensive stuff because that money is not their money. It's money that they're making from other businesses. So it's not just cars and rental properties. They create other businesses too that generates money. They buy other people's businesses. They also partner with other people that have businesses. They they find ways to generate money. They don't go to work and punch in and get paid on an hourly basis or get paid every month. You get paid every day.
Every day, every
minute. So
I think looking at it from a distance, you can probably not be able to tell the difference between those in the second class, those in the middle group, and those who are rich, because they're all using nice things.
Yeah, I mean, you can't tell. You can't tell from the outside.
Looking at it from the
outside, you can't tell.
When you get closer and see where their source of incomes are coming from, their streams of income these people have, that's when you would actually know who is actually living the life. Because you may see from the outside that these guys both have nice motorcycles, nice jet skis, nice boats. But at the end of the day, how are they paying for them?
Yeah, the people, the middle class, they're using, like you said, they're eating their eggs.
They're eating their eggs. They're using the money that they sweating for every day to go pay for these things without those things generating any sorts of money for them or wealth. But the rich people, those in the top class, invest their money into different types of assets and have these assets generate money to pay for their luxurious lives.
Yeah, so when you pay attention to all these three people, what you see is there's really no lower class and no middle class. It's just a bunch of workers and the investor class, the people that are investing and making money, and the people who are working for a living. The poor class, they're working for a living. The middle class, they're working for a living. It's only the investors, the rich people, who are investing their money and creating revenue on a regular basis, creating businesses, hiring these poor and middle class people, and making money off them over and over and over and over. So these are the people that you want to learn from. You want to learn their strategies and pay attention to whatever they're doing and copy it.
You definitely want to learn from these people, because we all know that waking up every morning to go do that 9 to 5 is not fun. And you would want to stop as soon as possible, as soon as you can. But if you don't have any form of investment generating any type of income for you, you are locked. You are done. You'll be left in that zone forever, because you have to live. You have to work to live. If you don't have the money to pay your rent, you're not going to have roof over your head. And if you don't have that money to put something on your table to eat, you're not going to have food in your stomach. So you'd be forced to work. But if you don't put your money, the money that you're making, into any type of an investment, then it means you are done. So we have to look for ways to stop just making money to eat, making money to pay rent, making money to just consume. We have to start enjoying money from our investments, the proceeds from our investment, dividends and interest and stuff like that. We have to start looking into those things.
Thank you for listening to the Money Matters podcast tip of the day.